You don't know. Bad man. Yeah. This body baby oh. This body baby oh. Yeah. It's a bad man thing, yeah. Bad girl make you wine to the bass, nah. Give me that thing where I go.
So now that you've seen the after, let's take it all the way back to show you the before. Now this is the hair I started on. This is the catastrophe that I'll call it, that I started on. It's freshly washed and freshly blow dried hair. Now the first thing you want to do is determine what side you're going to part the hair on. For me, I decided to do a left side part because I am a creature of nature and I love me a left side part. But if you want to do a right side, you just need to figure it out very early on before you start styling the hair. And I'm separating the hair out into sections just so it's easier to work with. And I'm going in with my Eco Styler gel as well as water to make this style very manageable. I have very thick hair, so it's all about finding a way to make this style very manageable. Now, as you guys can see, for security, what I'm doing is putting rubber bands at the base or at the top of my head in each section. As you guys will see, it plays a part into the security of this hair. If you guys watched my last braidless install, I didn't do this step just because I knew that style was a very much a lazy girl's guide. This is for somebody who wants a little bit more security and wants to get a little bit more wear out of their braidless style. And I'm going to do this process all throughout my head. So I'm going to be just kind of brushing through, applying water as needed, and putting those rubber bands throughout the sections of my hair. So once you have created the sections in your hair, and you can do as many as you like or as few as you like, I've done about 8 or 9, then you start twisting your hair. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just normal twist. Just twist it down and put rubber band at the end for the security. And you're going to do this to every section that you created. So like I said, I created about 8 or 9 sections, so that means I will have 8 or 9 twists. So after I got done twisting all the way down, I'll put a rubber band at the end like I said, and then I will band to knot the hair around itself. So just do a little band to knot, and then also put a rubber band around that knot too. Like I said, it adds that level of security. So in effect, I've used about 3 rubber bands per section. So next I'm going to go in with my net. And if you guys saw my last braidless install video, when I do braidless, I like to have a net. It just adds that barrier and that security in between my real hair and this crochet hair. It's definitely optional, but for me, like I said, I like this step. So now for the fun part, the actual installation. And of course, if you saw the thumbnail and everything, you know I'm using the Sensational Jamaican bounce hair in the color T1B27. So what I do for crocheting is I take my crochet needle, I push it through both the net and my hair, get the actual crochet hair, put it on the needle. I close the needle, some people do not, but it's whatever you prefer. Pull it through both my hair and the net, open up the needle, take it out, pull the crochet hair through. I loop it about 1 or 2 times. For this hair, I believe I looped it about 2 times all throughout the entirety of my head. So whatever you feel secure with, some people do 3. I felt secure with 2, and that is what I do. So again, to repeat, what I do is I take the needle, push it through both the cap and my hair, pull the needle out. Once I pull the needle out, I can loop the hair. I loop the crochet hair 2 times. You can do 2 to 3 times, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I will continue this process throughout the entirety of my hair. I will get a lot of questions from people regarding whether they push it through the bantu knot. I actually don't. When I do a braidless style, I do not push it through the actual buns or bantu knots or whatever I create. I push it around the hair surrounding it, but not specifically the bun, because you will have a tough, and when I say tough, a tough time uninstalling this hair if you actually push it through one of your buns or one of your bantu knots. I've done it before on accident, and it's just super hard to get that hair to come out of that bun. So this is what one pack will get you. Now moving on to pack 2.
Tell me what you want to know. I go give you all and more. Bad man, I feel your flow. Wine, I'm slow. This one no be private show. Your friends they tell you say I be nobody.
So next I'm going to go ahead and cut that net so that I can have my part show through. You're not going to do this step, of course, if you're not going to have a part. But if you're going to have a part show through, you're going to have to cut that net so that the part can be open. And that's just what I did. You'll do it at a point when you have gotten a lot of the perimeter or a lot of the hair around your part filled in already. So time for the 4th and final pack. So next I'm going to unravel the hair so it's not as defined as you guys are seeing it right now. And one of my subscribers actually suggested that I use oil when unraveling because they said it cut down on frizz. So shout out to you out there, because it actually did. The way it looked after this and for weeks following it actually looked very good compared to my free tress ringlet wand curl immediately after I installed that hair. And while I'm unraveling, I'm also snipping some ends. Of course, there's some ends that are going to be snagged when you're doing this process, and you're just going to want to snip them away just to create some evenness, as well as to get rid of those little strands at the end.
Steady on time, yeah, don't be late, nah. Said I'm in love with you, and I'ma give you anything you want, and I'ma.
So of course, this is the finished look. This is what I'm giving you. If you want to see my full and complete thoughts on the Jamaican bounce hair, of course, check out my review video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you did not like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up as well. Don't be petty out there. We want all the love and support here. We also want you to subscribe and become part of the Lia Lavon family. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon89. Make sure you're following me on Snapchat at Missalia89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Gonna be private show. Your friends they tell you say I be nobody. Been searching all around, but I found